Monday, June 3rd. Um, just unpacked all the books, got them ready, counted them in for people who have holds, and as I suspected in June, quite a large week. Besides for the fact that we have the new Molly Oster tag that I'm pushing on everybody, loads of DC books that are just great little reads, great runs on on classic characters, some great Marvel reprints. We've got Ngozi Uzuku's Barda, which is one of my favorite webcomic creators. Well, I have so many favorites. I guess she is one of my favorites. Of Check Please and Bunt, both of which we pushed quite hard, doing one of my favorite characters of all time, Big Barda. Just a tremendous week. We're going to look at a bunch of those books tomorrow. What I'm talking about now is that today is Tirza's graduation. Now, the live stream, which started on Facebook over 4 years ago, the live stream has seen Lave grow up, and you've watched Margot here on on YouTube get bigger. But Tirza was already a teenager when I started on the live stream. She's in a few. We have her. She sings a couple of her original songs if you go way back. But when I opened this shop, she was like a 6-year-old kid. So it's pretty crazy for me that for most of her life, I've run a comic shop. Especially because the couple of years before that, from like her being 4 to 6, I was really checked out with depression, which I think made her a lot more excited for the comic shop as well. It's just really something to me. I think about it. I try to occasionally think about what I think of as my life and the impact of my life is on other people, but I don't often. I do a lot, but not enough. I think about my impact on my children. And it's just really crazy. I don't really think graduating high school is necessarily such an exceptional accomplishment. You can graduate high school lots of different ways, but Tirza did. We've talked about this on the live stream for sure. Tirza does have trouble with her school and her administration, and so we were very proud of her for getting through all that. There were a lot of issues she had with the commute for the school, and she got much better about it. It's just lots of growth moments. And it's weird. It's just, I feel like, wow, you're this real adult. I'm not. I'm a guy who has a comic book store, but I also have a daughter graduating high school. So yeah, we're gonna probably close about 10 or 15 minutes early to deal with traffic, so I can get out to the graduation. But it conveniently made it Monday night, so that we don't have to close up early. So that's nice. So I decided I'll do the live stream earlier, because like I said, I got all the books unpacked and it really hit me. It's boiling outside. It's like 83 and it feels like 90. Monday's a slow day in town anyway. I feel this is the moment where like no one's going to be around. Around 5 o'clock, it could be people will be out for getting dinner. People will be like who love the heat will be coming out. So I figure we'll do it now and really just talk about the idea that like so much has changed in the 11 year. I had a 6-year-old, and now I have a high school graduate. You know, I'll have a college student next year, and the shop is the same thing. The shop has changed tremendously. My original goal, as Joe can tell you, as our hopefully a good historic researcher has been doing this, and they've dug up the Kickstarter, so you can reference that, future scholars. The Kickstarter, big part, we're going to be classes and we're going to be events and community things. And I learned that I'm not really good at that. The training, the world that I grew up in, the Jewish community connection and intersection doesn't really cross over. It could. If I would have started with 3 employees and joined the Chamber of Commerce and shook lots of hands, sure. But the simple fact is I didn't. And we really have gone from being this really, I don't want to say proactive, but like very rah. We're doing events with the Art Council and we're doing monthly cosplay, and we want you to come in and see how much there is to, we're a bookstore, come in the bookstore and look around and you'll see books. And there really, so much has changed. Tirza was actually talking to me. Tirza, who was graduating today, was talking to me about like the vibe of the shop. We talked about it last week. If it will be good for teenagers and for teenagers to come in. Once now that she's graduated, we'll see what happens. Maybe she'll give me some notes. But yeah, it's an exciting thing. It's I hate crowds and public events, and I really hate graduations in general. Just the whole vibe of like we're gonna belabor this to make something that's a monumental event that should be marked. We're gonna mark it to a degree where now it feels stupid. That's what I feel graduations are. My poor mother. My father goes to graduation every year. He's a college professor. He's a dean of the college, so he's there at graduation. He loves it. He sits there, nods, laughs little jokes. It's just a fun little thing for him to do. It's part of his life. My mother does not go, but last night the college that my grandfather is dean of graduated three of my nieces and nephews. Three of his grandchildren graduated, all from different programs, different tracks, but they all graduated. So of course, my mother went. I felt so bad for her that she has to sit through that. Some college graduation is much longer. I went to Sarah's, same college, just so long. So my parents will be there tonight, which is exciting to go see them. I will also point out that we are closed next week. Only open 2 hours. 2 hours on Tuesday, the 11th, and then the 12th and 13th closed. So if you're looking for new books, if you're a new book getter, next week is going to be a tough one here at the shop. So I definitely recommend if you see the new books that we have out tomorrow when we talk about them and you want them, you get them right away. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh yes, I'll see my parents at the graduation. It's going to be really nice. They're excited for Chance to graduate. Of course, she's going to the college that my father teaches at, which was a bit of a fight with her. Not a fight, but she wasn't sure she wanted to. So my father's very excited about that. I'm sure he'll make lots of jokes. I'm sure he's going to talk to a bunch of the graduates there about coming to his school. That's just how he is. So it'd be nice, but it's also going to be a crowd. It's also going to be a long, boring ceremony. So I'm sort of steeling myself for it. But yeah, it's where we stand right now. We've got a really wonderful week of stuff. I'm going to go back to rearranging and trying to make space for all the new books coming out yesterday. I actually have made a pretty solid dent. I think we've got 28 books coming out. I think I made a dent for close to 20 already. So not bad. But I do want to be able to leave early. So I'm going to make sure I can get onto that. Until tomorrow, when we're going to look at tons of great new books, definitely stop in. That one I'm going to try to do around noon, maybe 12:30. Please try to stop in tomorrow, 12:30 EST, to check out all the great new books. Until then, remember, what was the quote? Babies, God damn it, you've got to be kind.